Taurus. One of the best zodiac signs. I'm passionate, loyal, sensual, patient. Not just a seasonal hot commodity, but a year-round sensation. It's no debate. If you turned your nose up, I'm used to the hate. Even as a child, I grazed through a field of preconceived notions on my character. Stubborn, possessive, lazy, resistant to change. It never matters my temperament. Anytime I open my mouth, it's considered an argument. I'm territorial. Protect mine is what I was taught. Fuck around and this bull will fuck up your China shop lazy. I've known work since adolescence. Do calves, and I deserve to get rest in. It's hard to not resist change when it's taking so much from me. My home. Haven't had a permanent stable since 18, 2 years into the workforce. Change taught me you can give something your all and still end up with nothing. My family. Mad cow disease runs rampant in my herd. Loved ones turn into shells of their former selves through change. I learned how to mourn the living. My health. Sickle cell, my disease, has robbed me countlessly of jobs, happiness, peace, change, turned my body against me, but no one cares about the backstory. Only why the bull isn't working, why the bull isn't mechanical, why the bull isn't beating its back until it's broken like the other black women. Instead of giving me grace, they give me chains, get their kinks off, I'm pushing me to the brink. They think I'm not submissive enough for a mate. Too outspoken, opinionated. The only quality they entertain is how freaky we can be. Tauruses don't deserve dates. Tauruses don't get raped. They need to breathe. Half the time, they don't know if they should blame my skin tone, my sign, or the one on the bathroom. They assume they can whip me into shape. I crack under the pressure. They question my character, but never tell you they've never seen a bull charge unprovoked. Or that we're actually prey. We don't get the luxury of fight or flight when we possess size and strength. They never tell you that they bred us to be this way. Instead, they brand me a monster. Petroleum, my eyes throw me in the pen, 4 darts to the neck. Some fool comes in with a red sheet, yet he's the victim and not me. Bullshit. I'm already in pain. I just wanted the red cape out of my face. Afterwards, my horns cut, sold to make jewelry, or the knives made to skin me for leather. They'll feast on my flesh together. This change will consume all of me. This bull will finally know peace. Everyone knows, you mess with the bull, you will always get the horns. This is to say, a Taurus is doomed the second she is born. In a bullfight, the winner will always be the matador. Caught in self-blame, I wonder if I would have had more time, if I wasn't so stubborn. Or if they weren't so resistant to change and cared about what a black girl gotta say. But instead of it coming to this, that you'd smile, and you'd smile, and you'd smile when I say I'm a Taurus.
Yes. You want us to speak up about our abusers. That is until you discover it's your sister, brother, uncle, cousin, or friend, and I know you're thinking, not another rape poem. But if the abusers are never prosecuted, does the rape poem ever end? I dress this poem in a short skirt and crop shirt because maybe it was asking for it. Like, maybe if it shows a little skin, you'll tune in, because there's no way you can ignore this poem. Remembers how the hallway light never quite reached the bedroom, how the floor creaked, as if to warn someone and help never came. It remembers learning to measure danger by the sound of footsteps in the shape of a shadow cast beneath the doorframe. This poem deserves to jump off the page regardless of how many rugs it's been shoved beneath. It's tired of being vacuumed over and called too heavy for the living room, of being folded into family photo albums where everyone smiles like nothing ever happened. This poem knows how to disappear. It's been trained in silence, side eyes, and subject changes. Trained, and we don't talk about that here. It's fluent in euphemisms. Something happened. She hasn't been herself lately. He's just going through a phase. This poem has stretch marks from all the times it grew too fast just to survive. It has bruises, shaped like excuses, scar tissue, made of secrets, a heartbeat that still stutters at the sound of a raised voice. This poem has been buried in prayer circles, drowned in holy water, told to forget before it has the chance to speak its wound. It's been edited out of group chats, uninvited from family reunions, blocked by blood. You want us to heal quietly, to stitch ourselves up in private, bleed, only in places you don't have to mop it. You won't survival to be a performance you clap for. In the end, this poem has been told to lower its voice, to think about his reputation, her career, the church's image, the children's feelings. This poem has been gaslit into gratitude. Be thankful it wasn't words. Some people never make it. God gives his toughest battles. This poem has been weaponized against itself, used as proof as healing is happening because it showed up to the event, smiled in the group photo, and didn't cry on the mic. This poem has been called unforgiving, bitter, too much. This poem has been told that it shouldn't speak up. This poem is not a warning, but a witness. A door left open for those still finding the courage to find their voice. This poem is a match in the darkness, a reminder that even buried things still burn. This poem is not here to make you feel better. It's here to make you feel.
Professional baseball started in 1903, but blacks weren't allowed to step inside the batter's box until 1947. That year, Jackie Robinson became the first black experiment in dodging fastballs since they struck out on slavery, pitching us off to the highest bidder. They call the sport America's favorite pastime. Much like its racism, I tend to see why they're so upset. A diverse sport with colored bats clocking a white ball to the stands, hearing cheers the longer it hangs in the air. Your hit is not valid until you leave black footprints on white bases, and they never love being the ones to get stepped on, even though they jailed our ancestors after slavery and denied their bail. Yeah, they buried bonds, and now they turned their hatred into mascots, stitched their attentions on jerseys and hats, and we wear warning signs to our own demise. Because black people in Atlanta gotta be brave in Cobb County. This melanin skin is target practice for Texas Rangers. We're in danger, so you gotta be athletic to run from 12, whether in Oakland or in Vegas. California ain't no stranger. LAPD shoot first, turn us into Dodgers, but the bullets hit Ezel Ford and now he's a Los Angeles Angel. Eric Garner in New York met his death, and the ones that did it, they put him in pinstripes. Check the racial profile reports brewing in Milwaukee. San Francisco police force think they giants. Kansas City boys in blue swear they're royal. They take that oath and proclaim they loyal, but the Pirates in Pittsburgh stole Antoine Rose's life. Elijah McClain showed his Rocky to walk in Colorado at night. In Ohio, Cleveland Guardians shot Tamir Rice, and they have spilled so much black blood they have turned Cincinnati red. Freddie Gray didn't have any O's in Baltimore. Philadelphia been filling the graveyards at an alarming rate. We must protect the young Cubs of Chicago. Racism will have them shot down for wearing white socks, because ever since that orange piece of shit got in office, he made the hatred in Washington national. But the uprising is coming. Sierra Leone wants her pay back. So whether Africa or Arizona, we want our diamonds back. My mama said MLB stands for much lynched blacks. She said, son, in this racist world, when you see home, run. One error can cost your entire existence, because they're experts at knowing how to steal, whether it's basis or black lives, because Fred Hampton and Mark Clark caught strays from the CIA. That was their double play. 4 girls got bombed in a church in Birmingham. That was their grand slam. Police killed Sandra Massey in front of her children and made them Cy Young. Breonna Taylor caught 5 Louisville sluggers, and with that, they took away a future black mother. They rewrite our history to cover up their sin. I guess that's why they call the shit the bullpen. So you remind them that when you step to the plate, you are not swinging for their approval. You are swinging so that your people stay safe.
We have Simply Sangria, right? And all I can do is marvel at Miss Marvel. I was stuck in the eye of her storm, real rogue, like ready for a gamble, red-eyed gambit, ready to go beast. She had a certain mystique about her. Ever-changing beat of her hair, a summer body, she was a hottie, magma-like, and I was prepared to dive in head first, cannonball, call me Nightcrawler, how I teleport when she called, I get Colossus. You know, hardly able to think. I smash, clobber like Hulk, she screamed like Banshee, so I pose like Captain America, now she have a vision. Said I hit her spot Hawkeye, made her shiver Quicksilver. Said I was a giant man, bed soaked Deadpool, cause she encountered War Machine. Shit, Iron Man suited, booted. She sing like Cyrus. Said my name, Mr. Sinister, how I plan to go Grizzly. Juggernaut, you can't stop the Juggernaut in my world. She's Jean Grey. She had my mind and my eye. Cyclops, she was my beam. I turned Wolverine, real life, punish her. She-Hulk turned puppet master, make me dance by a string. I see her for all she is, no longer an invisible woman, Mrs. Fantastic. This thing, a Human Torch, has set my soul on fire. That's Fantastic Four. Now she hot like Nova, and she a Ghost Rider. I'm the best seen in town, strong guy. Takes a lick, keeps on ticking Bishop. You blast me, I blast you. I'm a Reaper. How I take souls. Turn her angel. She come back transformed archangel, about to bring the apocalypse. She going on mega red, draining souls, waving hands. This Scarlet Witch mesmerizes warlock. With stones in hand, Thanos, half of me was gone in a snap. And she a tyrant, and she swallowed my legacy. There's no shooting up the Shadow Cat, even though fire was the slow cause of Jubilee. She said I'm a certified Professor X. I read her mind and know exactly what to do. Said my magnetic pull is Magneto strong. With this hammer in hand, I get the power of Thor, how I bring the thunder, how I wield it. It's Weapon X. I head to the point she can't say no more. Said I'm more. Won't make it past the first episode. I had to prove her wrong. I made time my bitch came, now she living orgasm on repeat. I serve freshman, call me rookie. I mean first class. I'm well past my training days. Hell, I'm an X-Man, but I still took her down like Sentinel. And she having flashbacks of days of future past. How we X3 rated, bed sore across the floor, Blackbird. She insane, cerebral. I'm willing to go nomad. That's Captain America without a flag. I'm not a hunter like Blade, but I still catch a sucker Morbius. These hands of mine, they daily too. They the bomb, boomer. There I go saying random things. She devours whole world's Galactus. And I'm empowered by her Silver Surfer, doing whatever I can to save our world, making sure I don't lose my mojo. I watch the Shadow Star Sleep Seekers tonight at Simply Sangria. It was out of this world.
Yeah.
After an extensive study of Ghost Dad, Casper, and other cheesy-ass Disney movies, I have decided that I'm gonna be a ghost. And I'll make a sexy-ass ghost, too, wandering around fucking with people. While my nipple get hard, it was me. Because what if my spirit ain't gonna rest if my children get left in the hands of their other parents? And I mean, ain't that some shit to think? At a time when I wanted nothing more than to not be here, I could not be not here because black women must pour till empty. And even when empty, when I ain't got nothing left to give, you mean to tell me I can't even die? Talking about unaliving is censored unless cloaked in fuckery, like me talking about wanting to be a ghost. Having a real conversation about not wanting to be here yields a look of consternation stern enough to make a mediocre white man feel inadequate, followed about, what about your children? Then laughter, because killing yourself is white people shit. As if my black skin made me not have a mental health deficit or trauma enough to end it. As if I'm not telling you that I'm not okay. I may as well already have been one of them ghosts in all of the movies that's all around you, and you can't tell that nothing's going on with them until they make something break in your world. If I spit my eulogy in your face, does my pain make a sound? If I've already purchased the babysitter for my funeral, does that make my pain travel to your ears any faster, or are you just pissed off because I didn't go quietly? Because I am a beacon of hope in a light place. Heaven forbid my mental health is a valley in the shadow of death. And no, it's not that my children aren't enough for me to stay. It's that the world steady keep making me want to go. And before you tell me ghosting ain't an option, I know I'm not done. But if it was, you have no idea how long ago many of us parents would have transitioned from mom to boo.
I said, beautiful thing. Beautiful thing. Asked me to study. She said she wanted to do homework. She asked me, have you did homework before? Used utensils before? I told her I don't know if I have, but I've used my pencil before. I asked her where she wanted to study. She said, you choose. I said, us? Us. Together. Doing homework together is well past overdue. I studied the boxes, checked off all the mixes. One of my preferences, I like to study with the lights dim. She said, you make this look effortless. And I said, once again, I've used my pencil before. I asked her why she wanted to study with me. She said, I seen how you move, and I grinned, and I thought to myself, her first time doing homework, she wanted to do it with my pen. We laid in the sheets and later, I gave her sheets of paper. Thinking about it, whether I'm at home or I'm at work, I'm glad I was studious for one day and I decided to do homework.
People keep asking me what made me choose to be a poet. And maybe, just maybe, you've never heard of Will the Real One Piece, but if I'm honest, I can only assume I know where all this competitive nature and this passion comes from. But what I know is I found something I'm good at and I still want to reach better. And I'm able to do this in the most extreme weathers, whether I get applause or some awes, but after that I write because I'm still trying to get my flow down tight. Because I'm obsessed with slam culture. I pick the bones for nuggets like vultures. I spent years wasting Gene Trina and Scorpion in Mortal Kombat. That's why every time I try to leave, come here, something keeps pulling me back. But the thing I get asked often is what's the motivation? Because I remember the day I met him. He had a fresh fro gold teeth long chain. He was dressed to impress. He spoke to me in a way that I've only heard Jesus. And by the time he was done, he made me a believer. In a room full of ruckus, I sat quiet, but on the inside, he inspired a riot. And to this day, I still get the same joy from my wheels turning, learning another part of myself I didn't know was worth learning. And people keep asking me what keeps me going. And I'm not really sure I know how to put it in words, but I pray my nouns matches my verbs. My modus operandi says Queen got in, said King, keep your head high. Or it was the time I showed Ed Mabry I know what I'm doing when I fry chicken thighs because I believe I can do the impossible. And that's why a lot of my opponents treat me so hostile. And people keep asking me what keeps me going, because there are people in Kansas City who have said I'm not good enough. Watching show enough friends gossip like he catches bullets with his teeth. Nigga, please. I make myself look unshakable because I hide band-aids that prove my heart is breakable. God allows me to be more than anything I've ever dreamt to be, even when many men kept wishing death on me. And people keep asking me what keeps me going, because I still walk the hoods and wait to hear his voice, because I am champion of those people's choice. Realize I can never walk in a venue, tell Willie Lee Well Jr. thank you, and hand him a tissue, because I cry his sweat and I bleed my tears. I've been the same inspired poet the last 20 plus years, and what's crazy, my life is broken into two parts, pre and post there. And people keep asking me what keeps me going. The fact is, you really don't want to know. But what you should know is I found something I'm good at and I still want to reach better. And I'm able to do this in the most extreme weathers, whether I get applause or the awes. But after that, I write. For that right, I fight. Because it's been a long time, after years of trial and error, I just got a statement. Hear me now. Because I got nowhere else where to be. And I'm not done. So my favorite poets said one of their favorite poets said one of their favorite poets is me.
What's my weapon of choice? Don't let that ink get the paper moist. Known to piss them off, bring they tip to a bowling point. I pack a boatload of Folgers, wake up and roll over. This takeover ought to show you who you playing with. A pretty kid with a gritty lip, something like a heaven sent when I got BARZ to be in. Forever extending my range, shit, you could say I'm flooding the game. I rock them like a lead, like I'm Clash's Clay. I rock them with a lean like the franchise boys. Papa Willie clean in a mean Rolls Royce. Silence of the lane, you can kill that noise. Now I don't really know who you haters talking to. I got heat for the street, plus some beats I can introduce you to. Shake heads like, true. Plus I'm on God's side, so there's nowhere to lose. Get a clue, I'm bluer than cool, more ruling than school. Step out of line, fool booty if you want to. Shake I outdo is what you outdo. Grab you like I'm chalking you. Hey, I'm talking, dude. Do you need a talking to? Like kindergarten zitchy prostitutes? I keep a man missed like the U.S. Constitute. I'm on to you. Ain't ready for the Queen's heat. I feel sorry for the poet. Gotta go after me. Peace.
My life is split into two parts. Life alone and life with you. Whoever you are. See, I've put you on this pedestal and it's so high now that I can't see your face for the sun. So that's who you must be, the sun. After all, my whole world revolves around you. Do you need anything? Just ask and I'll give it to you. My time? Of course, you make the days and nights. My energy? I'm solar powered, baby. It was yours to begin with. My attention? I'd look at you all day long if I could. The only thing is that, well, I start to cry if I stare too long because you're so hot. You make my retinas burn and eventually I have to wipe away these gifts you gave me and my hands cover my eyes just for a second. I don't know if I like it. It's dark And something in me always says to leave my hands where they are, to run blindly away from you, but your rays always find me. Even at night, you burst into my room, into my bed. The relief of the darkness is, did I say relief? That's not what I meant. I meant the restraint, the darkness that holds me back. He's cut away when you come for me, like you always do. Light stripping away my nose, my clothes. You leave no room for doubt, only demands. You shine on every inch of my body. Point out every imperfection, every stretch mark and scar, but it's good that you do. How else would I know how to improve? You let nothing be hidden except you, who I still can't see. Baby, can we just dim the lights a little? I just want to see your pretty smile. I just want to see if it's actually pretty. Can't you just let me know you? No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. Please, let me make it up to you. You're perfect just the way you are. Please, let me do something. Do you want more of my time? More of my energy? Do you want me to eat you out? You taught me how to do it so well. Do you want me to make you come? Do you need me to make you come? I can do it for you. Let me do it. Let me give you what you need. Do you want my spine? Every vertebrae is already broken from bending over for you. Do you want my teeth? I've ground them into a powder. You can have my blood, but it boils in your presence, so just breathe in the mist, I guess. My life is split into two parts. Life alone was dark, was peace, but life with you it's better, I think. Baby, is life better now? You would tell me if it wasn't, right?
You ever had a day that made you say, I'm gonna cut my kids? Had you looking for the longest term abortion clinic? I drop kick them in the chest, they be giving me lip. I'm providing for the bastards, hell I work 2 shifts just to come home pulling trash and washing dishes. Now many say with teenagers that's the way that it is, but they was acting different. Made me suspicious when they was kicked out of school and their grades had slipped. So I waited till they left. In their room I crept, ransacked top to bottom, but I couldn't find it. Then my nose got a whiff of a real loud smell. I found some skunk, wrote it up, but I didn't exhale. Peace.
I'm a country-ass man trapped in an inner-city wall with graffiti tags reading enter at your own risk. My brain is Cabrini Green like the south side of Chicago demolished. My heart is the catfish in New Orleans blackened. My eyes cry lead-filled contaminated water Flint. I spit blood from bullet-filled lungs at traffic stops Philadelphia. Philando. My bladder runs like a Ahmaud Arbery from white terrorist Georgia. So what's the answer to the riddle? If a black man is stripped of his organs and no one is around to hear it, does he make a sound? The answer is yes. But volume always stumbles when it falls on deaf ears. I can't use sign language because I'll be shot by my peers. Nor can I move my hands at a traffic stop because my fingerprint profile reads caution tape flares and white sheets. Crazy facts. Organ traffic is responsible for about $2 billion annually, and melanin goes for about $400 a gram. So no wonder why white people love us only goes skin deep. They plan is stopping us from breathing through the esophagus. They think our arteries transport artilleries, but they don't see that they speaking in vain. I'm saying this human body is amazing. It is made up of 60% water. Hence why they probably thought we were comfortable dying on those slave ships, better known as blood vessels. I wonder would they get pissed if I yell all cells matter when they said that their white blood count was low. Did you know there are 2.5 million sweat pores in the human body, and black people use every one of them when driving through white neighborhoods? It's a fact. Your intestines are 27 feet long, and that is enough slack to hang about 10 niggas from tree branches, a sight that I can't stomach, even though I've been bred to digest poverty and shit out generational trauma. Goddamn. This human body conducts more miracles than Jesus at a whole house. You see, the liver can perform over 500 functions on a daily. We have over 240 nose hairs to filter out dust. The kidneys can filter up to 200 quarts of blood per day. Yet you still can't find one police officer to do his fucking job right. Maybe you should have a major in anatomy instead of assassination. Maybe if they learned that each human was 99.9% alike, they respect our DNA chains and not put us in the chain links. Each cell is supposed to contain 23 chromosomes, not 23 niggas. Each atom contains 6 6 protons, neutrons, and electrons, but only the black man is looked on as the devil. Police stops cause an extra release of adrenaline, and you wonder why they call that shit the nervous system. My blood pressure is 180/110, and the numbers in between on the amount of bullets I can't simply reach for oxygen. My bladder may piss out black excellence, but my liver is shot from drinking racism on a daily. There are 11 pints of blood in the human body, but half of black people can be found on the concrete. There are 10,000 taste buds on the human tongue, yet every other race loves eating off our culture. But somehow, equality tastes nasty as fuck to them, and finally, there are 54 bones in the human hand, but only white skins aren't looked down on for receiving handouts. So the next time they tell you that the same blood runs through all of our veins, ask them, has your people's blood ever been shed simply for fucking existing? Wow.
I'm so deep.
Come on.
I start all my poems in this tone of voice so that you know I'm saying something serious. Shh! I'm so deep. I knew you were going to say something right then when I wrote this poem. I'm so deep, my piss sounds like kumbaya. I'm so deep. The cottage cheese on my thighs is gourmet. I'm so deep. My birth canal is an inverted porcupine. Do not fuck with me. I am so deep. I reclaimed Maxine Waters' time. My ass is shaped like a brain, so my twerking makes intelligent thoughts. I am so deep. My lost and found contains LeBron James' natural first hairline, gas prices from 1989, a Tamagotchi pet, a cross colors jacket, your little sister's virginity. I am so deep. I just talked about virginity in women in a poem called Deep, but did not say sex. I am so deep. I just said sex in a poem called Deep. I am so deep. I know the place where all the lost socks go. I am so deep. I will not give you the lost sock. You will just have to trust and know and jump in with cold feet. I am so deep. The pupils of my eyes are your teachers. Damn, that shit's deep. Shit, I am like the deepest. I'm so deep, I'm woke. I'm so woke, I cry coconut oil and I shade. I'm so woke, my third eye had a Zoom call with Tupac yesterday and he told Nipsey, this motherfucker's hella deep, yo. I am so deep. I wrote this poem a long time ago. I am so deep. I do not talk about crisscrossing applesauce because snitches get stitches. I am so deep. We don't talk about blueberries or cherries because pig's pussy still pork. I am so deep. You'll get that last line later. I am so deep. I can stand like this, stomp my foot, point to my head, and it will magnify the me in this poem tenfold. I am so deep. My breast milk is vegan. I squirt shea butter. I am so deep. I don't have orgasms. Orgasms have me. I am so deep. I don't even say the word nigga. Unless, of course, I said the word nigga. In which case, I didn't say the word nigga. Nigga, I am so deep. I don't even close my eyes to kiss because you motherfucker will not catch me slipping. I am so deep. I don't even write on white paper and black ink because whitey will never hold my blackness. I don't even accept the breath mint because it too is white. I am so deep. I exude deepness and spirituality in the form of halitosis. My farts smell like tea and incense. I am so deep. Bean pies, and other deep shit black poets say. I am so deep. This is not the ending of a poem, but the beginning of a revolution.
Okay, I have been a victim to misconception. Like when I was a kid, I just knew jalapeno was spelled with an H. And I know folks will tell me it's spelled with a J, but I always stuck to what I knew. It was Ja, not Ha. But you know what? It always happens. You know, like I also thought tomatoes were a vegetable. Mr. Quiet for peace. Thought a friendly face at least meant friend or at least liked me. Or there was this one time, right? When this conversation happened with the nice lady who told me I couldn't know the feelings of insecurity and anxiety because I am not a woman. And the more I think about it, the more less than I felt like I have to be a woman to not feel safe in my own home. To know what it's like because I've been stalked before and wondering who's watching my house now. Now church and poetry are no longer safe spaces. You know what else sucks? Because I've been judged because I am a man. You know what sucks? Let's play swear to God. Swear to God, I don't know what unwanted attention feels like. Like sleeping with the wrong person could be such a costly decision. Having soul ties I never asked for because masculinity doesn't exempt me from the feelings of guilt, hurt, shame, or defeat. And the more fluent the bias, the more I speak silence. Because as a man, I have been taught, never cry, never fold, don't blame, don't show your hurt. The season I played the role so well that I had my truths disqualified. I even wrote this poem in some semblance I owed myself. Just to be greeted with panels that were more interested in being my prosecution than my defense. He's the monster. He the man. He asked for it because men don't report as much as women according to statistics. So downplay my existence. But I pray that these sins of the father do not fall at the feet of my children because there are some things parents and kids should not have in common. Abuse is too much of a common factor. But this woman said, I can't know. Because I'm not a woman. And as much as I might need the help, it's just better keeping it to myself.
25 years ago, my mother was 23. She looked at me in infancy and said, I'm sorry. My mother was no fortune teller. But my life flashed before her eyes that moments before made the now seem sane. How could I turn out this way? The first one came out fine, but now I'm positive. For being the light of her life, soft-spoken baby known for keeping the mood right, naturally funny, talk for hours with a smile that lights up the room. Baby girl got sickle cell, too. Blood cells shaped like the moon in first quarter, unintentional combined effort of my mother and father, neither of them stoked. Because when I had my stroke, 18 years ago, a couple barely in their 30s looked at 8-year-old me and said, we're sorry. My life flashed before their eyes, hands rushing to dry the tears, and I could barely move mine or anything else, especially on the left. Slurred speech, bedpan, a feeding tube, upbeat baby starts to cry. She understands why her mama always apologized. At 8 years old, she wondered what she'd make of her life. Between month-to-month blood transfusions, baby was met with confusion, and no one seemed to have the answers. Except for one thing, baby was already a third of the way through her life expectancy. Wow. Search engines provided knowledge, but no hope for comfort or improvement. Will I ever find enjoyment? Some chances for baby to make it to retirement. Some chances for baby to be able to pay for health coverage. Some chances for baby to know what love is, or motherhood, or what it's like to be free. Baby wondered, how could life do this to me? Yesterday, I told my 48-year-old mother soon I'll be on chemo and I am in need of brain surgery. She looked at me and said, I'm sorry. And the next thought, I wondered if anyone ever told her that it wasn't her fault. Medicine and technology hadn't advanced enough yet, and though it's been a hard life, I've been blessed. Every ER admission I was able to discharge from, my left side is still functional despite it being numb, and in every way, I've gotten to know love. There's not a day that goes by where I'm not on someone's mind. My heart runneth over with it. And while I may not last physically, my love will go on to outlive me for all eternity. Yeah. I've gotten to know guardianship. My nephew, a cheeky biblically named baby, made me a believer in my nurturing spirit, and while I may not have birthed him, I will forever love him like it. And as far as accomplishments go, hell, I'm somebody's favorite poet. Yeah. So the next time you feel the need to be sorry, don't be, because baby may not be healthy, but she is happy. I am just one life out of 8 million that have been affected. Donate blood and be cautious that before you procreate, you get tested for sickle cell and for everything else. And if you just so happen to have a baby just like me, don't apologize. Just make sure that she's happy. Yes.
My father was a mortician. His job was to make the body look good for final viewing. For 35 years, he took pride in his profession. My father was also a husband. And much like his occupation, he dealt with multiple bodies. Dressing them up in fake emotional commitment for his own personal viewing. See, open caskets and open legs were the same to him. He stuffed them both with dead weight. As he pursued his career, he added to his body count, both in the funeral home and in his marriage. He had a better relationship with the dead than my mother, and I know cremation is a thing, but when I found those pills in his car, I realized that grown men can get burned from unearned ashes. Rather ashes. The embalming procedures drain the veins in exchange for chemical composition, preserving the body and stalling decomposition. His was drain his privacy to her private sector, preserving a womb that's been missing for 41 years because I still have 2 siblings that I have not met, and I don't know if they're operational or obituaries. The first lesson that I learned about death is infidelity kills family way worse than any murder. The second lesson I learned about life was please son, lie, keep quiet since you caught me. It's amazing how pallbearers have to carry caskets and innocent boys have to carry the weight of their father's poor choices. I was 13 when I learned that toxic households are graveyards. The club is a collection for male emotions, and burial plots may be 6 feet deep, but men who do dirt can stand 5'7". The greatest funeral I ever attended was a football game. My dad wasn't in the stands. I was dead, knowing that he chose to drive his hearse into the gates of a wet cemetery that night, then watch his son get sacked. So excuse me if I don't get emotional doing somebody's final breath. At least they leave in a body bag. My dad simply bagged bodies, so it's no surprise the first time I had sex, I saw an open vagina like an open grave plot. I didn't know if I was stiff because I was aroused or if I was about to bury myself alive, and they say dead men tell no tales, but a cheetah lies more than the bodies they examine. Did you know the average cost of a funeral is $6,000, but an undisciplined penis will make you pay 10 times that price? And I swear to you, this is not a diss poem to my father, but an open letter to married men who participate in the same ways. You may be happy that your household is blind, but those bumps on your genitals are a form of braille you really don't want to feel, because sometimes before you enter the coffin, you're going to start coughing, and the pastor reading you your last rites is nothing but him repeating all your life's wrongs. The day of my father's funeral, I saw none of his side chicks, only my mother, still by his side. And someone came up to me afterwards and said, all this time, I never knew you was his son. I said, that shit's crazy, because most of my days, I didn't know if I was either.
Dear boy in rush to become a man 1. Your name is Brandon and you're already amazing 2. You are not a mistake 3. God got plans for you 4. Stay close to the chiefs that help center your beliefs 5. Gifted is a curse not afforded to many. Proof our Father is still in the blessing business 6. The pictures that you trace now will not compare to the art you'll create when you're older 7. Abuse will appear to you in many different forms. Abuse, no matter how that shoe fits, is wrong. It is a pain meant to break your spirit. But what kind of person you want to be is a question you will answer again and again, because 8 is love. So love hard and strong the way hate is easy and wrong 9. Mama will be sword and shield in places. The lands that are trying to course correct the way they are trying to lift your value. Hear that over how she lifts her volume 10. Andre ain't pop. No. Andre ain't that. No. Andre ain't none of them names. He's pop. 10 years of disconnect can happen when there's non-existence. Forgiveness shortens it 11. Do not be okay with quitting, let alone comfortable with those letting you do that shit 12. Sex is great but worth waiting for. You deserve more than a bathroom floor to also be treated as holy, not as pieces only. 13 gets kind of rough, because this is considered the first step into manhood, like you ain't already lapped that marker. But listen, old is forever, so is wisdom. Run at a delayed pace. 14, real strength is knowing when to soften, especially when it comes to engaging in wars. More importantly, your daughter's 15. The battle ain't yours, it's the Lord's, and you still might have to beat a nigga. Wait, 16. Just because the world is ugly don't mean you are or have to be 17. Learn to swim. Go chase waterfalls, because rivers and lakes that you are used to will be polluted where others piss. The rain or your progress ponds grow small with scones. Go find an ocean. Learn that it is salty yet beautiful, because when you turn 18, they will say you are no longer a kid, that you are supposed to put away childish things. But listen to this, old man. You will lose interest. You will lose time. You will lose friends. You will even lose your virginity. but do not lose your joy. Joy that you don't have to find if you keep it close. It'll be there in the little wins. It will be there in the big things. It will be the thing that cures depression. It will be the thing that gives direction. 19. Because when it seems you are at wit's end, double back and do it again. Because 3. God's plans through the ups and downs are beautiful too. You are not a mistake, just uniquely made one. The world thinks they know amazing, but don't you stop being Brandon signed. A man who still has a smile and heart of a boy.
Hot take. I don't like dog people. Most pet owners are problematic, but it's something about them dogs. Real quotes that I've heard from dog people. Is the dog okay? Not even 15 minutes after hearing the owner died from a heart attack. Someone should save the doggy. After seeing a homeless person with their only companion left. I like dogs more than people. When being called out for their racist remarks. You can't possibly be racist. Your dog's black. Rescued by your white savior complex. Dogs are saved from their abusive homes more than children are saved from theirs. 3.2 million dogs are rescued each year, while only 120,000 children will be saved from foster care. On a walk, when both of us are confronted by the police, I know the dog will make it home and not me. When animal control comes, they carry empathy, not guns, and when someone kneels for them, it's out of respect and never on their neck. They get better PR. When a Labrador is abused in the media, no one asks for the backstory or claims that they deserved it. Studies prove dogs' behaviors are directly correlated to their owners' biases, so it's safe to say that racial is not excluded. Therefore, when a racist turns their nose up at me, it's safe to say that they're not the only one. 2 sets of eyes follow me around the grocery store, crossing the street when they see me, or guard their purse in the elevator. Whenever I'm in the presence of a golden retriever, we know his life matters more than mine does. His GoFundMe will reach its goal before the one I set up for my chemo. If I'm in a burning building, the dog is rescued first. It will make the newspaper headlining, while missing black bodies never make the page. If this slam were a dog show, this black bitch wouldn't make the stage. This isn't to say that I don't love Fido. It's just not fair that when the rope is wrapped around our throats, his gets to be called a leash. That cute dog videos get more airtime than the 2 black men lynched in Mississippi. It's 2026, but we never left the 1960s. Man's best friend turns weapon in the right's hands. When they say, blue healer lives matter, no one corrects them to say all. The KKK evolved, riding their horses into town to hiding behind a badge with their canines. In the fight for civil rights, my grandparents were treating dog bites, so fuck your Corgi's Christmas photo. I don't care how cute their sweater is. They say there are no bad dogs, just bad owners, which I get. I still love dogs, but when it comes to their owners, I'm allergic, bitch.
0.1 separated second and third. Yeah. With a 44.7, y'all give it up for amazing, y'all. Give him a round of applause. Amazing was our defending champ, by the way. I didn't say that earlier. Amazing was our defending champ, and Hypocrisy was our original champ. So we had champions in the building all over. In second place, with a score of 44.8. Did y'all enjoy yourself tonight? Y'all had a good time? I had a good time. I just want to make sure, you know what I'm saying? Get a little crowd feedback. Second place scored a 44.8. And she did amazing. Y'all give it up for Taboo, which means your 3rd annual Battle BARZ winner is Joe Mack. Y'all give it up for him. Once again, thank you to everybody who touched the stage tonight.